Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would do a video about the SUPER-SHORTYs. We have the Remington and Mossberg versions. We've been making these since 1998, so, well, I would have been 4 years old, so we, aka my dad and me, I have not been making them, but whatever. You get the gist. So, it's the 20th birthday for the SUPER-SHORTY. Because I've never talked about the SUPER-SHORTYs on this channel, other than in a vlog, I figured I would just show you a little bit about them, what it takes to make them, and also our future SUPER-SHORTY that's coming out hopefully very soon. But these have been in so many movies and video games that you guys probably already know what this gun is, so let's get started. Here's our Remington model, which seems to be a crowd favorite, but I actually like the Mossberg version a bit better. I don't really know why. I think it's the grip, because it just looks a little cooler to me, and that's important when it comes to the guns I prefer. They have to look cool. But I think this was the one that was in The Purge, the most recent Purge movie. But I'm not exactly sure about that. Let me check. I'll put that right here. Yes, because the Remington is the crowd favorite, I'm going to be showing you how this one is made, because it'd be a little bit too much to go into the two of them. So, sorry to those of you who are fans of this one. Gotta put it away. I'm not going to pinch myself again. So these are all the parts required to build a Remington SUPER-SHORTY. And obviously there's a lot more machining involved and blasting and parkerizing that I'm not going to get into, because that'll be a more lengthy video. If you want to see that, maybe I will film it. Everything from, well, not ordering the parts because that would be boring, but getting everything to the point of assembly. So all of these are the original pieces from the Remington 870 shotgun. But we make some modifications to the pieces, such as the spring we have to cut to a specific length for our 2+1 and 3+1 barrel sizes. And we keep the grip the same. We order the pistol grip version, and then we've got the bolts. And obviously we engrave all the receivers with our emblem and the SUPER-SHORTY name, as well as the serial number. And we have to chop the mag tube to a shorter length to fit those 2+1 or 3+1 capacities. So the shorter barrel has to be modified as well to move this farther forward, I guess. I just built them, what do I know? And then on this side we have the pieces that are more original. So the mag tube cap is what holds the spring into the mag tube, of course. And then this is the pump handle cocking slide mechanism, and we have to take these off and grind them to length to fit onto this very complicated piece, and it's all a hassle. So that's why we're coming up with our new SUPER-SHORTY version, but I think we plan on keeping this as well. You can also buy these cocking slide pump handle parts on, well, not the parts, you can buy this whole thing on Serbu.com under our accessories tab and modify your Remington 870 if you'd like. We also have it for the Mossberg 500 or 590 versions, so that's something worth knowing. And I don't know, I'm just stroking this spring. And now I'm going to build a Remington SUPER-SHORTY for you. So first I'm taking the cocking slide pump handle assembly. It might be called something different on our website, so don't quote me on that. And we take the bolts and put it inside the receiver. It's basically just like putting together a Remington 870, but it's shorter and has a few extra parts, modified parts, I guess. You pull it forward and take your trigger, and want to make sure that this piece is closed. Or I guess, right? Make sure this piece is closed. And insert that into the receiver and line it up with the holes. Taking these dowel pins, line it up with the holes, and to secure the trigger with the rubber mallet so you don't mar the surface of the receiver. Then you cock that back, cock the grip back. Then I take the pistol grip and put it on the back of the receiver, securing it with a T-handle Allen wrench. I forgot to show this piece, which goes in the mag tube. I'm not sure what it's called, so don't ask me. I don't really care about its name. It does the job, and I'm happy with that, but otherwise, it really doesn't matter. Then the barrel over the mag tube. We take the mag tube cap and screw it onto the mag tube while keeping the spring down, and I'm going to tighten it in a vise. But that's pretty much all it takes to build a Remington Super Shorty. It's a bit easier than the Mossberg, so I do like that aspect about it, but still like the Mossberg better. Well, the Remington's a little simpler to build because you don't have to hold any plates on the side while trying to force in the bolts and all this different stuff. So you don't have to hold as many pieces in place as you do with the Mossberg. So that's why I prefer building the Remington. But I like the Mossberg better because it's complicated like me.
That's for sure.
The final step to building a Remington Super Shorty is to load some dummy rounds, aka Valerie rounds, because I can't get them in there. And they're obviously not going to go off. We're just going to test to make sure everything works. Press the action lock lever and hold it down. And that's about it. That way you know it's working, if it's jammed, if it's not grabbing the round and cycling. If it's not extracting them properly and cycling them well, you'll know by using a dummy round. Can't exactly shoot them in our bullet traps here, so dummy round's the way to go. Now let's go see what's happening with the new Super Shorty. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I am not dressed for this. This is an OSHA problem for sure. Let's figure out where that part is. This is part of the cocking slide grip combo for the new Super Shorty, but obviously we have to attach the grip after we blast and park it. And if you don't know what that means, sandblasting is in here, and parkerizing will be after. I think it's low on sand though, so hopefully it works. Can you see? And it's also not the best to touch this if your hands are oily, because then the parkerizing solution won't adhere to it right and you'll have weird spottiness, but I don't think my hands are greasy, so we're good. I'm wearing my coworker's apron because I was forced to, but I think if acid gets on you, an apron's gonna save you for like 5 seconds tops. Now, if you do this a lot, I would recommend using a mask of some sort. Oh, glasses, I need that. I don't do this job a lot. But if you go here to the left of where the vapor's going, you're fine. So then we're just going to put this in here. So then just dip this in until it stops fizzing, basically. I mean, that's not very technical, but that's pretty much when they're done. Now, we just let it drip and dunk it in the water. And it's done. Now I'm going to show you how I build the foregrip. It's pretty simple. Just line up the flat part of this with the angled piece right there. If that makes any sense, probably not. Pop the spring in there, this little piece, and screw, and then just twist. Then, to test to make sure that it's going to fold properly when it's on the gun, we take the T-handle and just pull this out to make sure it goes past the area that it needs to clear in order to be folded. Just like that. For those of you who weren't swayed by the older version of the SUPER-SHORTY, as cool as it may be, introducing the new SUPER-SHORTY Mossberg version. So because it's now at least 26 inches long with the help of this SB tactical brace, it is no longer considered an AOW like the Mossberg SUPER-SHORTY over here is. So there you have it, it even stands up on its own, but that's not an intended feature. Because this is just a prototype still, we don't know exactly what brace is going to be going on it, but it's still going to look pretty cool and it's going to fold, so there's that. So originally Mossberg was only 2+1 and there was no option for a breacher, but this model is actually a 3+1 and you can choose to get it with either the breacher or just have this nut screwed on it, and it looks perfectly fine just like that, and you can choose to get the breacher later on if you so desire. This product should be coming out in 2018, not sure when. My dad is not always the best at releasing his products to the public on time, but I will definitely be making a video shooting this soon. Not gonna promise that, but in the near future, I will be shooting this baby. Stay tuned for me shooting this in future videos. If you want to come check it out in person, I'm going to be at SHOT Show this year for my second time, and that is going to be January 23rd through the 26th, and our booth number I will insert right here because I do not remember what it is. But come check us out, check out this new gun, fiddle with it, get your hands all over it, you'll love it. We got a lot of cool new projects coming to you guys from Serbu Firearms. I'm Valerie Serbu. Thanks for watching. It's taken a while to get Mark Serbu, the owner of Serbu Firearms, aka my dad, to agree to this, but we finally have Cerakote guns. So we have the encrypted version right here, and this was done by Kilo Delta Tactical. A little shout out to them. And this is the battle worn version of the Remington. And then we have the Serbu RN50 in battle worn. So this is the encrypted version of the BFG50 carbine version, and we only have 2 Cerakote designs available right now, but we're planning on having more in the future. Either personalized ones, which will be extra of course, or any other designs we come up with, so stay tuned for that. Rah!